Grand Rising, beautiful family. It is Retta's Recovery Reminders. Retta and Ratchet is right here with me, as always. I have been trying to just focus on my life, but I feel like now that this is such a part of my life, like it's a part of my recovery now, every day, to share my experience, strength, and hope with the world, because I didn't have a support system to actually hook into here. When I went to meetings around here, it was mostly just court-ordered people, so there was no actual recovery time and the actual wisdom that I was looking for. So I basically just sequestered myself away, and I have been reading book after book, ancient knowledge, wisdom about the human body and how raising our consciousness and raising our awareness brings us into Christ consciousness. And I truly believe that if each and every one of us focused on raising our awareness to become aware of the possibilities instead of what we are seeing with our physical eyes, there's no reason for us to fight amongst ourselves. That's why they have this division of systems and football teams and different parties. It's just to divide us, to make us have different opinions than each other. And I don't care about that today. Today, it doesn't interest me what your opinion is. It doesn't interest me what you believe in. It doesn't interest me what God you call on. Okay? There is two types of people in this world. And it's becoming really quite clear the difference between the two. There are people that are service to self, where all they care about is themselves. They're not looking to make the world a better place. They're not looking to help anybody else. They're looking to step on whoever they got to step on to get to the next level. And right now, it's falling. Right now, that's the type of people who are in power, in our government and stuff like that. But it is changing as we speak. The two-party system just makes for division. And that's what they meant to do. It makes you so your neighbor is the enemy. And that's not the case. The government, if anyone, is the enemy. They have been using our money to fund wars in other countries that have really nothing to do with us. And wasting our money, I don't want my tax money wasted killing people. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want to be involved in that, but I have no choice. Being a citizen of America and having my, little number assigned to me at birth says that I have agreed to this corporate entity, my name in all caps, through the court system, that says that I have a corporate thing that I agree to, and I don't. I don't agree. I am a sovereign citizen of the United States, and we all should be. They pulled a fast one on us. They made us believe that we were free, little by little taking our true freedoms away from us because we thought it was a good idea at the time. See, they trick you with these big scary fucking circumstances to get you to, let's get the government to help us. Let's send them, to go fight the big bad scary black guy, the boogeyman, the evil. It's only human nature and God. There is no big scary boogeyman. Behind every act of evil is a human being. And when we really get real about this and stop being afraid and live in love, compassion, and kindness for one another, then we will see that it was just manipulation. And I wouldn't see it so clearly if I wouldn't have had it happening in a relationship that I was in. But once you see it, it's hard not to see in almost every single ad things where they're trying to get your emotional, going. They try to get you upset. They try to get you sad. They try to make you feel guilty for living in peace in America. This is the way it should be everywhere. Okay, everyone should have peace. There should be no bombs falling. It's just the war machine. And it needs to be stopped. And it's only when we say no more. No more. We want to love our neighbor instead of bombing them. They're just us behind different ideas and beliefs because they were raised in a different part of the world. That's it. That is it. Every single person that has been born on this earth is a human. They were a blank slate that they were taught these racial, inequality, or they were taught to love and have compassion for people no matter what. And that's what I taught my kids, to love and appreciate people. You treat people how they treat you. And, even when they treat you poorly, you acting in retaliation isn't going to help you. It just hurts your heart, and it creates a bigger fear body, a bigger pain body in your life. Today, I have allowed all those pain bodies to basically dissipate. I no longer hold on to them. I am well aware of the manipulation that has happened in my life to make it seem like things were not really what they were. And today, I am here to set the record straight that, people can believe whatever they want to, but I was unaware of how to control my emotions when I was being physically, emotionally, and basically spiritually abused on a daily basis. And, trying to keep your sense of self while you're being covertly abused is almost impossible. And I think I did pretty well for a really long time. But I realized that abuse is not love. And when somebody actually really loves you, they treat you lovingly. They don't try to continually push you off your emotional center. They don't continually try to make you feel guilty or bad about stuff that happened 10 years ago. That's gone. I'm not even that person today. But those people, those are the demons and the devils in your life that you must be diligent and watch out for and have discernment. Discernment was the thing that I was lacking most of my life because I constantly thought everybody was me with a wounded heart, just trying to live their best lives with what they had, but they didn't know how, or they didn't have the tools. Now I know that's not the case. Some people, and I don't even know if they're real people, really. It kind of makes me wonder if they are really just NPCs, I guess is the word. They seem like shells. They don't actually have a soul when you get down to it. At least they don't let you see it. God forbid you saw that they were actually human and had emotions. But I think these people were taught in childhood that emotions are bad. And that's simply not the case. They were taught all but anger. The worst emotion there is, all but anger is a bad emotion. So you better hide every single one of them, but that one. That's the programming of the Matrix. And if you're still living like that and continually letting people upset you, letting things, the news upset you, they have you right where they want you, in your fear, in your anxiety, constantly letting you get triggered. And when you're triggered, your logic mind goes offline, okay? Someone who is constantly covertly abused, actually your brain rewires to look for these things. And that's why I have been doing whatever I can to reprogram my subconscious mind to peace and tranquility and know who I am today, not allow anybody to tell me anything about who they think I am, because they have not even lived a freaking fraction of my life. They don't know anything about what I have been through and what I am still smiling through today. And I will continue, because I believe that that is how we create the best life for ourselves. And instead of feeling sorry for myself and drowning myself in substances and things that make me feel better but destroy my life, not today. No, thank you. I had to feel whatever I had to feel in order to heal those unworthy feelings that I had had since childhood. And now I know that, it was my emotionally unavailable father. It wasn't my fault. It's not my fault that he has abandoned me and completely cut me off. But I felt like it was my fault for the longest time. That's somebody who doesn't know how to deal with their problems, so they just close them in a back room and pretend they don't exist. That's what's wrong with the planet right now. Instead of saying, oh, maybe my child feels abandoned and neglected because I've acted like I don't give a shit about her. Let me try to, but no. Emotional intelligence can be taught, but it is something that I think I've just had all along. And I kind of believed everybody else was at the same level I was. And I have been schooled quite deeply. And I am aware that I am a rare breed. There's not many like me. But that's what happens when you live so much, trauma. Like, once you heal it, you don't want to create anything like that for anyone else. And I will continue to shine my light and my hope, because it is possible for you to heal through anything. I am living proof. Anyway, October 11th, but whenever you find this is when it is meant for you. I will realize my own worth when I accept I already know the answers to the questions that I am afraid to ask. Questions are wonderful. Questions open the mind and the heart to new levels of awareness. Questions support our steps towards growth, healing, and evolution. They give us something to reach for and more things to consider as we reach for where we are going. Excuse me. Questions enliven our innocence. They also solidify our wisdom. While we may think questions bring us answers, the truth is the answer is always within the question. How do you know when it's time to leave a place, an experience, or a situation? One sure sign is that you are asking the question. Chances are that by the time you ask the question, you already know the answer. If you're asking if you should leave, here are a few more questions you may want to consider. How does being where you are make you feel? What is it that you desire to feel? What is the experience you hope to have if you stay? Is there another place in which you could have a better experience? Does having a better experience depend on anyone else? Why have you given someone else control of your power? Very good question. Your joy. How can you give it to yourself? What are you expecting from someone else? Why haven't you done it up until now? Very often, the question we ask ourselves is not, is it time for me to leave? Rather, the question is, how can I stay here and create a better experience for myself? An even better question is being where I am worth the effort it takes to stay? That is the big question. Until today, you may have been waiting for someone to make things happen to make your experience better. Just for today, be devoted to uncovering any fear, resistance, or unwillingness to making it happen for yourself. Today, I am devoted to asking questions of myself and recognizing the answers that I already know. And that is a fact. You already know in your heart, you know where you're not wanted, even though you don't want it to be so, you can feel it. And you've felt it for a long time. When I heard him, I don't want to talk about that. Anyway, I'm just really grateful that I have learned to count on myself today and make room for people who actually care about my well-being and my recovery and my safety and my growth and my spiritual development and me as a person, not me as the wife or domestic housekeeper, maid, can't do my hair, can't do this, can't do that, can't do. What about the things I can do? Maybe if we focused on that instead of all the things I couldn't do, maybe it would have been, something that we could salvage. But unfortunately, people can only see who they are. They don't actually see who you are. So if somebody is trying to convince you that you are less than what you know you are, leave that person where they are, and go be great on purpose. I promise things will get better. As you create love and abundance in your life, love and abundance will grow. I promise. And living proof. I love you guys. I hope everybody has a really, really blessed weekend. I am moving inside, so I probably won't make a video. Maybe I will get to it Sunday because it's supposed to rain, and hopefully I will be all the way inside by then. So I'll keep you guys posted, but I love you. Be a blessing. Stay in your peace. You are the light. Shine that shit everywhere. It's free. Be a blessing. Peace. Love ya.